Alright guys, today we've got something a bit different for you. If you watch the channel enough, you'll know about me complaining about this lawn and how much I have to cut it and how soggy it is. So we've been sent this little Mars rover robot. It's from a company called Mammotion, and it's the Luba all-wheel drive, Luba2 all-wheel drive 5000. It's actually their biggest model, I believe. It's a pretty hefty model, and it can do 5,000 square meters. So obviously with our garden being massive, that's pretty much a godsend. It's pretty much rudimental setup at the moment though. So I've got this little antenna satellite, the robot, and that yellow bucket is housing its electric power supply until I get it wired in. But I'm going to show you what this thing is capable and what it does, and hopefully smash out this lawn. So we're going to map out the garden using the RTK satellite system, and you basically drive it around the perimeter to teach it the perimeter, and then it will follow the perimeter and cut the grass to whatever level you've designated it to cut. So when you open the box, it got sent in the box to us. We got a few things. So this is the RTK satellite system. So it's like its own navigation system. It receives signal from the satellites up above. The lawnmower itself receives signals, and the two talk to each other. So this is what comes in a big box by itself, the robot, the white robot. Then I got sent the garage and the satellite system wall mounting kit, because I'm going to put that on a wall, probably up high on the house. When you get this robot in the box, it pretty much comes assembled. All I had to do was put this vision mode on, the eyes, sorry, which gives you an FPV mode, which is pretty cool, and you can control this from the app around the garden. So it's like a little security system as well. So you can see what it sees, and that's the obstacle avoidance. So when it sees big objects, and it's also got the sensors around the sides here and that side to avoid them. And there's loads of settings in the app. Daddy's robot wet. Lift it up. Lift his house up. Look. Get the water off. Water gone. Daddy's, yeah? Daddy's robot? Hello, robot. Hello, robot. Bye-bye, robot. Right, should we let him cut the grass? Nathan, should we let him cut the grass? Yeah? Yeah, cut grass, let's go. Our little robot's going to cut the grass for us, isn't it? Okay. Look at him over there by the tree. You see him? Yeah, but I know about a boy. That's a good point. What should we call him, a girl or a boy? Or is he none of them? No. No. He's robot. Roby. That's his name, Roby. His name's Luba. What's Luba? That's his name. Or its name is Luba, sorry. You're picking up the grass that he's going to cut. So you can see here, I've set it to 40 mil. And you can see the strips it's cutting. Let's go a little closer. So I'll probably set it lower than that. But it was this trial run just to test it. So yeah, you can see the lines up and down going. So yeah, it's at 40 mil, started off at 70, obviously trial and error. I reckon I would cut it to probably 30 mil, we'll do it. We'll let the robot cut the grass at this length first, and then see where we end up. From above we'll look at it and see what it looks like. I didn't think he would get through this. Look at that long grass there. He finds that, touches a tree, realises hit something, does a little pause and reverses, assesses it with the eyes because it can see things. Firing the grass out. So quiet as well. could have this running at night time. You wouldn't even know. So here we are. You can see the nice straight lines it's doing. And as per the map, that's the light green area is done and the dark green area it's got to do. I think this is on a... I think I put it on 40mm cut, but I just saw 25 maybe. It's cut quite a bit of grass off the top, so all the grass, because it mulches it, is sitting on top. So when it keeps going for a while, and it's done it for a few weeks, it'll get shorter and shorter and shorter, the amount it needs to cut off. And obviously this will all be used as natural fertilizer, so that'll look a lot cleaner, because all the flowers and stuff that you see that are in here are just cut off and sitting on top. Obviously it doesn't collect it. That's what the big mowers are for. But yeah, it's doing a good job. Got a long way to go yet though on this side. Just have to take a moment to appreciate those lines there. It looks pretty professional. So as you go up the driveway. That looks pretty cool, that. Teddy finds the robot really interesting. Wants to play with it. Okay, you can see now there's our two front lawns, so you can imagine a house in the middle, driveway leading up. So now what we need to do is create a channel, and the channel is going to join the two mapping areas that I've created. So let's do that. So excuse the darkness, I've been setting this up. You can see now the channel between the two mowing areas. So there's our first mowing area. I created the channel, and now the robot is following the path that I created. So try to keep it left along the curb there, because all these toys get strewn across. So try and keep the path on the left clear, and you'll do a right turn across that tarmac. Remember when we had these in school, like the Roombas, and you would program them to try and avoid obstacles, like the adult version now. Big kid. So there he is going past that, and then I set him diagonal all the way to that curb and then along that curb. I think I did anyway. Just to point out, that's one area I hate going round. Can't go over that because the tree roots coming out. But getting in there, can't get in there with a lawnmower and with a strimmer, getting tangled in branches. I've only just cut these back so that I could walk in there, but then this bad boy came along. Going around his second pass on the perimeter now. So today, the robot's done its job. You can see all the nice lines in the lawn. And what I've done is dropped it from 40mm cutting height to 35, so just 5mm. But you can see up the left hand side there, you can see it's already done the perimeter once, and it's slightly lower than the right, obviously 5mm. And I've put the cutting width to 35cm apart rather than 25, which dropped the time down dramatically. So now for the two lawns, it's only going to take 126 minutes to do 1,300 square meters. And I put the track speed up to 0.6 meters per second, so hopefully you'll only have to recharge once on this, but it's doing a great job. Accuracy up to 5 centimeters, and that is a lot less than 5 centimeters. That's how I did it, right along the edge there. And that's why it has a little black staining on it there before I drove too close to the fence. But that is pretty damn accurate there. Pretty impressed with that. So you can see it going around the hose pipe like I told to, and with centimetre precision going along the curve that I set it. That's exactly how I drove it when I created the map. Again, another example of how accurate and close it is. So obviously I manually drove this round, and it follows to a T the perimeter you've created. Oh, let's see where it is along the curve. It's doing exactly as I told you. That's amazing, that. right on the outside. I want to show this next, how I went round when I was drawing the perimeter of it, went round the outsides of this, and it's just following it to a T. It's just extremely accurate. Pretty amazed with it so far. See it there? Navigate its way around. It's going slowly because it's going around everything, and it goes fast when it knows it can. There we go. I've been cutting the grass when it's pretty long though. You can see the length that it's cutting through here. Like, that's very long grass. So it's come down here, and because obviously it leaves the grass there, it's left these piles. But as it goes on in the future, it'll have less and less to cut because it's doing it more and more regularly. And you won't even see the mulch grass left on top. Dogs like the smell of cut grass, don't you, Nico? You like the smell? Do you like the robot? Is it good? Let's see how it does the perimeter, the outside edge. Okay, so quickly I wanted to show this. So I've opened up the app. We're on my garden here, so where you just saw the video. There he is, bottom left, and that's our garden mapped out with the driveway in the middle. And the white dotted line is the path that I've created, so it can go between the two gardens, and that's where we've got a lowered piece of tarmac, where we got the drive-on mower on there. So that follows that by itself, enters the garden, and obviously I'll map out the rear garden behind all this and put another path in there in the future. But if I press map down the bottom right, brings me to this screen, I press create, and this is one cool feature that I can't wait to test out. It'll be really cool. Pattern on the right. So I'm going to select lawn 1. Oh, we'll do that in a second. So let's put fill. P-H-I-L. So now look at this. This is so cool. So it's got, that's 19 meters long by 5 meters tall. Gives you all the measurements. Pretty intuitive. You can turn it round, place it on the lawn where you want. So let's put it so we can see it from the window and make it a bit... Charging complete. Oh, it's charging complete. Make them a bit smaller. Center-ish. So now we've got fill on the left-hand lawn. So we'll see how it does with that. And actually I want to put another one. So pattern, I'm going to put a love heart. And I'm going to move this love heart to this side, so there we go. So now look at this. This is what we should end up with. So I'm going to set the robot in motion and record it, and we'll see where it gets up to. Okay, this is crazy. Just to give you an update, the robot's been going, I don't know, 15 minutes. It's done round the outside of the garden there, you can see, but he's now drawing the L. I don't know if you can make that out, but obviously it's in block capitals. It's right in fill in the middle of the garden. It's mad. And obviously the longer you leave that and the longer the grass gets, it's more prominent. And cutting the grass short around the outside, it's crazy that. I'll have to wait and see the finished product.